Okay, as we take an adventure on the grants bus, we found that the City of Gallatin was a great fit for this Blue Cross Blue Shield Foundation Healthy Place grant. What we found as a result of the winners from last year, which was 2020, which was a bit subdued as the amount of money and the amount of opportunities that Blue Cross Blue Shield Foundation had awarded, we found that we had to be more specific in what we went after demographic-wise, what would be a good fit for our community, for the people of Gallatin, and a place where we could build community and make a particular area thrive, where it had been maybe missing that place to thrive. So what we did was we went after a survey. We presented it at the Back to School Bash at Clearview Park. And we found that the people there embraced this idea with open arms. And so we presented it there. We got some feedback, not as much as we wanted, but we got some feedback. So then I set up the survey. And if you'd like to see what we set up, it's out in the lobby. So in front of you, you have the survey that was presented at the Civic Center, and it just ended today. So our next destination for the survey, to get community input, which we found very, very important and lacking in our last year's application, was community input. So the next stop on this survey is at the Shalom Zone next week. So we'll start Wednesday to Wednesday. So tomorrow I'll take it over there. PJ Davis and Bethany Sullivan are going to present it to the folks who frequent the Shalom Zone so that we get their community input as to the amenities that are wanted and desired. But what we found out from this Blue Cross Blue Shield Foundation webinar that Suzanne and I took part in was how we could dream big. We didn't have to go on these little package deals that they had set up. We could say, okay, what does the community really want? Do they want a splash pad? Do they want a community hub center building? Do they want fitness? Do they want a field? Do they want basketball courts? It was really an all-encompassing, like, shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you get the stars kind of thing. There's $7.5 million that the foundation has to spend on such a project. This is a turnkey project. It's fully funded if we win this grant by Blue Cross Blue Shield. It does include a maintenance fund for the project. So that's not day-to-day maintenance, but say we get a building and it needs a new HVAC unit. Say something happens and lightning strikes and we need a new HVAC, it would cover something like that. Plus, there is warranty with the playground equipment company, Game Time and Playcore, who are going to be the planners and installers for this playground portion of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Healthy Place. Susie?
Know how much more information you need on that other than we started out with this grant application thinking that we were picking from pre-designed packages, and when we attended the webinar and they said this was a dream big year for them, that they have this funding available, there could be 7 smaller projects that they choose, there could be 1 to 2 bigger projects that they choose, and so their goal is to create a community gathering place, a destination. So we began to dream big and ask these questions, and what you see in front of you are the results of that. And as we put this application together that will be due at the end of August, what we landed on in communication with Mr. Brown and Mary and I and Mr. Alexander was, and the results really of what the community was looking for, was that the number one thing that they were looking for was the playground, and number two was the splash pad or some kind of water facility over there, basketball courts, and an indoor recreation facility. So we did ask the question, would they be willing to redo our recreation facility, and they said that was included. So it was, we're in constant communication with that funder to see what they will support and what they won't. But that's
So the 7.5 that Ms. Garkey mentioned, is that their total funding for all the grants that they're going to award in the state, or is that per
is
award?
for this program that they would award statewide. It is around
Typically do like
7.5
3
million.
or 5, don't they? 5.
So for the city of Memphis is what they use as an example. They did a $5.5 million project over there. And so last year was their 75th anniversary, so they did $750,000 for each project, and they did 10 projects across the state.
Okay.
And that was the only experience that we had with them. So we went on, before all of the information came out, we went on about $1 million project. But when we heard their presentation last week, there's no average.
I
is what
think
they're
this
saying.
will either be our third or fourth time to apply. We actually applied prior to your presence here. And you all may not know, but this is Suzanne Gearholt, who's the grants administrator for the city of Gallatin, who so far has a great track record, and Mary Garkey is our marketing director for Parks and Recreation. So, thank you, ladies. You all have any questions for them?
No, I'm really excited about it, and it's much needed in that community, real bad. It's been needed for quite some time, so I feel real good about the grant, and I hope we get to land it. So whatever we can get would be wonderful, and I appreciate all the things you guys do, the work.
And just to think, it started out with a little box that you brought to the meeting. It's amazing. Yes.
Well, and one thing I really wanted to quick touch on is the things that we are going to ask for in this grant: playground, a community hall, basketball courts, and a splash pad. So those are things that we found in the community that were really desired, and so those are the items that we're going to go after. And it's exciting because it's money that we don't have to dig in our pockets to fund an amazing project. That those economically speaking, James Fenton will like this one. The goal for the Blue Cross Blue Shield Foundation is to every 10 miles, they were saying, they want to have a healthy place. So when you're driving across the state from west to east or east to west, you can hit one of these healthy places. So that's that. So we hope to be a winner.
Ms. Garkey, touch on where people can participate in the survey, because I think the more input we have and the more numbers that we have to support the direction we're going, the more meaningful it'll be.
Well, I'm going to be posting it on Parks and Rec page, the layouts, but those are just examples. But the actual survey itself, there'll be a QR code that you can pull up on your screen. And if you have a smartphone, hover over it, and there'll be a link to that. And then it'll be at the Shalom Zone for a week, from this Wednesday to the next Wednesday.
You can post it on the city's page and all that too, so.
There you go. Thank you.
I like that you're getting community out and input.
We already have a lot of signatures, a lot. So, thank you so much.